Okay, you ready?
All right, let's do this shit, motherfucker.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
All right, and welcome to a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are bringing you two new movies, the number one movies from the past week. First, the number one movie from Amazon Prime, by featuring Killmonger himself.
It was taken by British soldiers in Benin, but it's from Wakanda, and it's made out of vibranium. Don't trip. I'm gonna take it off your hands for you.
Yeah, that's Michael B. Jordan. And of course,
Dude, he is a badass dude. He like this. The sky's the limit for that motherfucker. Like literally, he just keeps on knocking things out of the park. Then we got Jodie Turner-Smith.
Normally, I would go home and have a glass of wine by myself, but I didn't feel like being alone. Not tonight.
That is from her award-winning movie Queen and Slim. That was a ridiculously awesome good movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. Jamie Bell plays in this as well, and so does the beautiful, always magnificent Guy Pearce.
Hey, let's pack the drag away. You take the lunch and tea, I'll take the ecstasy. Fuck off, you silly queer, I'm getting out of here. A desert holiday, hip, 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 hooray.
If you guys can't see Neil, he's dancing to that.
Oh, dude, I love that song. That is from, and I didn't know you didn't see this, and I'm kind of upset that you haven't seen this movie because it was seriously one of my favorite movies growing up, and it is the Priscilla, the Queen of the Desert. That's when they're all drag queens going across the country of Australia.
By the way, it's the Adventures
they
of
run
Queen.
into big.
It's the Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah, whatever. It's a long name, whatever. I mess it all up.
But
I've been all right, and let's
wait.
Just
Is that your
throw this
favorite
out
Guy
there for
Pearce film?
reference.
Is that your favorite Guy Pearce film?
It's one of my favorite. Yes, it's like the one that got me to recognize him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just like, and I even know it's one of his earlier works, but so was Sid and Nancy, and that's what got me to figure out who Gary Oldman was.
So
you know?
go into that context for people who haven't seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
I did. He's a drag queen that goes across the country.
Right.
There are three drag queens. It's Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. Julie Newmar stole its complete storyline from that movie.
Terrence Stamp's in that movie too, guys. Terrence Stamp.
Huh?
Terrence Stamp.
Yeah, and John Weaving.
Hugo
What's
Weaving.
his name?
Hugo Weaving.
Hugo Weaving. Yeah.
Agent Mr. Anderson. Yeah, Agent Smith from
Mr. Anderson.
Also V.
That guy.
He's also V for Vendetta.
Yeah, dude. He's also in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. He's in everything. He's in bed. All right. The second movie we're doing this week is The Mitchells versus the Machines. First starring the one, the only Danny McBride.
I forgot you were the best kisser.
That's not it. Fuck, hold on. I know I have it.
That's not
here.
it, dude.
There we go.
You hit the wrong button.
Well, but dude, I would think that the main character.
I know sometimes it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes when I have sex, I don't hit the right buttons.
No, it's just that I thought we'd go in order who like the main characters are. The main character being Abby Jacob.
Yeah, I am. Danny McBride.
Fine.
Wait a second. I know what happened. You guys dropped acid, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Craig doesn't have any pants on. He got fucking wild, probably danced, sweated all over the place. You got white shit all over your mouth, Frankie. You probably sucked somebody's dick. Jonah over here probably watched and jerked off. Jay, I didn't even know you were in town. Good to see you.
That's from This Is the End.
And he, Danny McBride is like so many. Have you seen that show, The Rhinestones?
Not yet.
With him in it?
I heard it's great.
Oh my God, him and John Goodman and gosh, I can't remember who's all in it. But I love that, and of course. Danny McBride's in other things like Your Highness. I mean, he's in like what? How many Seth Rogen movies is he in?
He's
like Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
But then we got Abby Jacobson.
I forgot you were the best kisser in town. Except for my main squeeze. I'm your main squeeze? Yeah. You're my favorite little Jewy this side of St. Louis.
Yeah, that's from Broad City. She's great in that.
Yeah, she's great. She's a writer, she's a comedic writer.
Yeah,
and, I mean, she's been in everything from like, you know, Neighbors 2, Disenchantment, the TV series. She plays Bean. Like, you know, she does a lot of voiceover work and writes a lot of different comedies. And I think she's amazing.
It also stars the voices of Maya Rudolph, Olivia Colman, and Eric Andre.
Which is just like the third week in a row. Olivia Colman has been in a movie now.
I know, it's crazy.
Like John Legend, Blake Griffin,
Fred Armisen,
Charlene,
Chrissy Teigen,
Conan O'Brien,
Charlene Yee,
Doug the Pug,
and of course we got
Eric Andre. That's what I said.
I want you to have sex with my wife. So just trying to be shocking. No, not at all. Here's my hotel key. I want you to have sex with my wife.
Is Eric Andre crashing a Alex Jones rally? Yeah.
You know how many hours of enjoyment? Okay, that clip was the longest one for me to find because I literally sat down.
There's so many things there's so many things to put Eric Andre. Like he's an insane person. And
yes, and I love it. Like and he does not care about male full nudity. No. He will get butt naked at any time.
Several times in the same scene.
Did you ever see the one where Andy Samberg was his stunt double standing next to him, and he just pulls that and they're supposed to do everything that their person's doing, and so he pulls down his pants, goes, I'm a woman, and Andy Samberg just looks and goes, I'm not doing that. But so that's the Mitchells and the Machine versus the Machines. Chris, tell them, where can they find us at?
You can find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're also on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We have patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. We have shirts on Bonfire, shirts on AIM. You'll get cool shirts there. If you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and hit that like button. And yeah, that's Movies Don't Suck and something they do. Oh yeah, if you want to send us an email, old fashioned, put info@moviesdon'tsuck.net to the to bar, spank on the bottom, and that's where we're at, right?
Right, and you got that. You just should get that tattooed on your arm.
Yeah, it should.
So you can just like read it. You know, just be like, "We're at."
I get most of it right. Come on.
I know. No, I'm just saying. It's just crazy how many places we have locations for our.
We're everywhere, dude.
We're everywhere, motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. All right. Today's sponsor is brought to you by the people who are the most help when I was on my vacation in Galveston, Texas. And that is Devil in the Deep Brewery. Devil in the Deep Brewery is located on Galveston Island, a barrier island on the coast of Texas, an hour from Houston. The brewery poured its first draft beer in February of 2018 and have built a menu inspired by Belgian and American craft-style beers. The tap room has hosted live music, comedians, science lectures, and art shows. The island community is the perfect home to a diverse and ever-adventurous brewery who are setting their sights on packaged goods for you to enjoy. They have one beer called Pilot Fish. I got a sixer of that and took it back to the place and was drinking on that all week. It's an extra pale ale, and it was fucking fantastic. Now, this is what the guy did. We haven't really been anywhere. It's been raining. It's in Galveston, you know, that we couldn't really go to the beach because it's been raining the whole time, right? Mm-hmm. We sit down and we just look for a brewery, and we go to this brewery, and it's just us and the bartender dude, the brewery guy who owns the brewery, and he literally writes down on a piece of.
Are you trying to find the piece of paper right now?
No, my closet door just opened up.
Are you terrified?
Like, I'm not fucking kidding you, dude. That is weird. Wait, there's no animals in here. Hey, there's no cats in here.
Is your place haunted? I didn't notice it while I was there, but
no, I don't know. I don't think it is. But that was weird.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna start seeing your action figures start floating behind you.
Dude, if you do, let me know. I gotta see it. All right, anyway, so this guy literally wrote down all the best places to eat, all the best places to get drinks in all Galveston. Mm-hmm. And he goes, here you go, man. Here's a list.
Oh, yeah.
Then the next morning,
you posted that on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next morning, literally, one of the places he wrote down on the list was on the Food Network. And so we're like, okay, well, that's a place we obviously got to go. But he was so cool. And we finally, like, I think it was the third, fourth day, we finally got to go. The sun finally came out. We finally got to sit on the beach, get fucking super high and drunk, and, like, you know, enjoy it.
Did you, fuck up. Yeah. Did you guys stay at Airbnb? Like, yeah, beach house on the Airbnb?
Yeah. We rented an Airbnb. It was 2 bedrooms, but it was such a weird layout. Like, even if it was a normal house, I don't know how you'd have laid that house out. Because, like, they made this front foyer was the living room, and then there's 2 doors. One is to a bedroom, and that's a bedroom, but the kitchen is on the other side of both bedrooms. So you have to walk through a bedroom to get to the kitchen. And then on top of that, there is like a little bathroom. Like, it was weird. And you had to get through.
Do you want to know what that's called when it's like that? I have a term for it.
Oh, yeah, crackheads.
It's also called functional obsolescence.
Ooh.
I only know that because of the line of work I'm in. So the house has.
So what does that mean?
It means that it means that like it's not like normal. Like, if you have to go through a bedroom to get to a kitchen, or go through a bedroom to get through the other parts of the house, that's functional obsolescence, which means that's fucked up. That's not how things should work.
Sense.
Yeah, exactly. And so that would be a detriment to the selling the house. I mean, depending where it's at, but that's weird.
I mean, to be honest, if you're living by yourself,
it's not that big of a deal,
and you turn one room into your, one room's your bedroom, and then the other one's kind of like your dining room or whatever, that makes sense. It was just weird, but it was fun. It was fine. It was whatever. We had a good time. I mean, gosh, what'd you do this week? Because, like, literally, I have no idea what anybody else did this week.
Yeah, man. Like, everyone asks, "Hey, what'd you really up to?" I'm like, doing podcasts, listen to music, watch movies, play guitar. Like, that's, I'm totally fine with that. Honestly, I'm really. But a thing that kind of sad is that I had to cancel the birthday party that I had planned.
What birthday party?
You remember you're gonna come up here to see? I was running down a screen at Screenland.
Yeah,
I invited you to it through Facebook, and you said you'd be there, and then you asked people to dress up in costumes.
Yes, I totally remember that now.
So that's been canceled because
when was that going to be?
It was going to be in the beginning of June, but
yes, I totally remember that now. Yes,
yeah,
yes, it's on my calendar.
Well,
it's right there. There it is. Yeah,
you still want to come up? I'm all for it, but the problem is that Screenland's actually having new movies. Like, all the screens are filled with new movies because movies are now actually coming out. So, win some, I lose some.
They wouldn't allow you to rent it?
No, because it's too busy. Too busy with new movies.
So wait a minute.
Yeah, I know.
You already called them and already processed that you were going to rent it.
They had me on down the calendar, and they said check back again in early May so we can make sure that everything's done. And then
they just said, fuck you?
Kind of. I mean,
that's fucked up, dude.
It is.
We have done nothing but poured good cheer to that goddamn place. And they're gonna fuck you?
Yeah, I mean,
not even with a condom, man. No condom.
Raw dog it. But
raw dog it.
I'm thinking actually
no lube, nothing.
Well, I'm thinking about doing it twice. I'm thinking about renting out a room at the Cardboard Corner Cafe, which is the new board game cafe next to Tabletop.
Yeah,
I was thinking about renting out the biggest room they have for 6 hours, just having a board game-a-thon for that time instead of doing the movie now.
I guess.
I'm sorry, man.
You can go play. What about chicken and pickle?
I'm not chicken and. You want to go chicken and pickle?
Yeah, you play some pickleball.
I know what chicken and pickle is. It's right next to the screen.
You want to play some pickleball?
I mean, I don't want to play any pickleball. I mean, we could do fucking Red Dragon Inn over there. Like the actual game. All right, man.
Yeah.
So
no, let's see. What else have I done this week? Like, I literally got to watch pro wrestling live, dude. Pro wrestling live in front of me. Now, by any means, was it the best pro wrestling I ever saw? No, but it was great. And my wife, when we went, because they are having it all day long. They had it like at lunchtime, and then they did it at nighttime. And this is on Cinco de Mayo, of course.
Yeah.
Because it was Lucha Libre Wrestling. And we go back at night, and she's watching. She goes, wait a minute. She goes, is this how it used to be when you were like at the gymnasiums watching it and stuff like that? It wasn't like WWE or Metro Pro Wrestling, like how in Kansas City they had it. I was like, no, yeah, this is what it was like. It's like rings that you didn't know were gonna stay together the whole night, and you didn't know if people were gonna die. Or
yeah, it's like the beginning of Fighting with Family. So it's
yeah. And she's like, I could really get into shit like this. And I was like, man, cool. But all right. Tom Clancy's Without Remorse.
Yeah, directed by who, pal?
Tom Clancy?
No, Stefano Stahl. By the way, Tom Clancy's been dead since I think 2013.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's been dead.
I didn't know he was dead.
Yeah, so
That's sad.
Yeah, directed by.
I'm sorry, Tom Clancy. Did he die, Tom Clancy?
Yeah, he died. Tom
2013. Wow. I'm sorry, Tom.
Yeah. So this guy's
You're a nice guy.
Stefano Solima. He's directed like a bunch of TV. He also directed the Sicario Day of the Soldado, which is like the second Sicario.
Okay.
But he also directed this movie we're just about to talk about. Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. Tom Clancy didn't write the screenplay, just wrote the book. So it was actually written by Taylor Sheridan. You guys know Taylor Sheridan writes all kinds of shit, including Hell or High Water, Yellowstone, Wind River, but really, you want to talk about who's in it? We'll talk about.
Sure. First, we got Michael B. Jordan.
It was taken by British soldiers in Benin, but it's from Wakanda, and it's made out of vibranium. Don't trip. I'm gonna take it off your hands for you.
He plays John Kelly, the main character of this movie.
Yes.
And
playing his counterpart, I guess, his friend in arms would be Miss Jody Turner Smith.
Normally I would go home and have a glass of wine by myself, but I didn't feel like being alone. Not tonight.
Like we said, she plays Karen Greer. She's also in Queen and Sin, like the other person that. Also got Jamie Bell, and
Guy Pearce.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Hey, let's pack the drag away. You take the lunch and tea. I'll take the ecstasy. Fuck off, you silly queer. I'm getting out of here. A desert holiday. Hip 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 hooray!
Hooray!
It's also got Brett Gelman in it. You got all these actors there, like, and then you get Brett Gelman.
Brett Gelman just kind of pops up.
Yeah, he's
you know
weird.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. Also got Coleman Domingo. But why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one?
The storyline. All right. I'm going to have to do as serious as possible because it's a Tom Clancy film. All right. An elite Navy SEAL uncovers an international conspiracy while seeking justice for the murder of his pregnant wife in Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, the explosive origin story of action hero John Clark, one of the most popular characters in author Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan universe. When a squad of Russian soldiers kills his family in retaliation for his role in a top secret op, Sir Chief John Kelly pursues the assassins at all costs, joining forces with a fellow SEAL, CIA agent, and Kelly's mission outwardly exposes a covert plot that threatens to engulf the U.S. and Russia in all-out war. Torn between personal honor and loyalty to his country, Kelly must fight his enemies without remorse if he hopes to avert disaster and reveal the powerful figures behind the conspiracy.
My favorite thing about that storyline is that they actually use the term "without remorse" in it. But okay, so this is a spy.
Wait. So no, before you jump in, all right, everybody, we're going to say words about this movie that you might be confused about, because I don't think in anything else that Tom Clancy writes is there Navy SEALs, CIA, hidden plots from the government, or anything like that. I don't think that, this is very different from everything Tom Clancy has.
Or 50% of other action movies out there. Like really the best thing about this movie is Michael B. Jordan. He commits. But the problem with that is that the movie doesn't get back to him what he deserves. This is not a great movie.
No, it's not. It was by any means. It's it's not a great movie. It's got a nice little twist in it, like most Tom Clancy stuff does. But it's just as soon as the bad guy appeared, I knew that was the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
Also,
I knew that was
I've seen
twist,
this movie
I've
seen this movie like 4 or 5 times in the past.
But
10
it's
years.
Tom Clancy's. It's Tom Clancy. Every movie of Tom Clancy's is weird like this. None of them are really that different. One takes place on a boat. One takes place in the jungle. One takes place in a submarine. One takes place, and there's a weird twist at some point.
Right,
and somebody,
but like Tom Clancy's, he's gone. He's he's no longer making.
Yeah, I'm not talking bad about him. Yeah, I'm just saying that this is a typical Tom Clancy story.
And maybe that's all we need, I guess. To me, I sat down in my basement, turned it up, and I was like, God, I didn't know it could be this boring.
I didn't think it was boring. I thought it was like an action-packed film. It moved really fast for being, what it is. But it is a Tom Clancy film. So going in, you have to expect exactly what it is. It's a shoot 'em up. Things are going to explode. People are going to get fucked over, and somebody's going to touch their woo woo and their wee wee.
But Clear Present Danger is better than this movie, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it has Harrison Ford, dude.
Michael B. Jordan right now is probably. I mean, he's.
Yeah, that's what made this movie good was Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, without him in it. What would it be?
This movie would have been shit.
Yeah.
This movie would have been shit.
And Guy Pearce is fine
would
in
have
it.
been shit.
Guy Pearce is always super handsome and everything's in. And this is no exception. He's even handsome as a Secretary Clay. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, yeah, and he's sexier in drag, but whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
We're not gonna say
to each its own.
Yeah, to each its own. But this movie, it's not too long. It's an hour and 49 minutes, so you can sit down in the evening and still have dinner afterwards. It's like it's not gonna take your whole
Or
evening.
you can watch it while eating dinner.
Yeah, I mean, but like I've seen this movie before, and like you said, it's a Tom Clancy movie, and sure, but like it's nothing like super. There's nothing super where like oh man, you need to see this movie. That was not me when I could. What are you doing, dude?
So I'm bleeding.
Why are you bleeding?
I don't know.
Okay,
so
all right.
I just took a piece of paper and
that's terrifying.
It's just like a little mark. It's nothing.
Okay,
it's like I must have poked it with a nail or something like that. I probably need to get tetanus up now.
Tetanus, yeah, that's probably good. But yeah, it's a revenge movie, right? I mean, you could say that too.
Yeah, it's a revenge movie. A lot of things blow up.
Mm-hmm. You'll see lots of explosions if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot of explosions, a lot of bullets flying,
a lot of cars being crashed, that sort of thing.
A lot of cars being crashed, and but nothing was surprising about this movie. Nothing really. This is not, and I hate to say this is not a memorable movie. You're not going to really remember it. You're going to be like, in like 2 years, I'm going to say Without Remorse, and you're going to be like, what was that about? I'd have to say to you, Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, for you to even kind of remember what the name of this movie is.
And they'd be like, I'd be like, you don't have to have remorse for not seeing this movie. But okay, there were a few scenes in this that definitely kept me on the edge of my seat, but other than that, man, this movie is not very memorable, and it's kind of ridiculous. To be fair, it's kind of ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
But do you have quotes on this one?
I don't know. Do I? Oh, yes.
Okay,
yes, cool. I do. It was like a week or so ago when I watched this fucking movie, so I don't remember.
Me too.
I've been hungover or drunk all week long, or stoned. It's just the way this life is going right now.
Oh, that's life now.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it, dude. Let's see. I don't have any information. Well, that's a nice talk. You think Compact keeps you up? Wait till that little thing is hungry. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that. It's about the kid.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know. Yeah. You think combat keeps you up? Wait till that little thing is hungry. All right. How come both times my world goes to shit, you're standing right in the middle of it? Wherever you go, it seems death will follow. We served a country that didn't love us back. We loved what this country could be, not what it is. Yeah. Buddy, they are going to write songs about all the shit that you fucked up. Those behind us in Washington, they're not true patriots. Oh yeah, fuck
shit!
You,
what is he talking?
Mic dropped.
Topical.
The problem today is half this country thinks the other half of its enemies because they have no one else to fight. I like that.
Boom.
That's a good boom right in your face.
So
all right, what do you give it?
A 3.2.
I'm gonna give it a little more than you. I kind of like some of the action scenes and stuff like that. I'm a geek for some. I'm a lover of some good action. I mean, some of my favorite movies are action movies like Commando and that's about it.
Okay.
Anyway, just Commando.
Honestly,
my brain is not working today.
I've been saying this over and over again. So yeah, when it comes to action films, I automatically just compare them to my favorite one in the past 10 years being John Wick, and this is no John Wick, but it's a different movie. So
that's an asshole thing to do.
I know it sucks, right? I can't help it. But...
Yeah, you're a fucker for that. Oh. So every music that you listen to, you got to compare it to Bob Dylan.
No, I'm just saying,
every time you see a different color,
I'm looking at
you got to compare it to what your favorite color was.
I'm saying I'm looking at how much I enjoy.
That's what you're doing.
No, that's
what you're doing.
No.
So every time you go to eat food, you got your favorite food you've ever eaten. You're gonna compare it to that.
No, what I'm saying is that if I'm trying to appraise a movie, right? I need to figure out did I enjoy this more or less than that movie? I don't do that with everything I watch. I don't do that. I didn't do that with The Father. Okay, I didn't do that. But when it comes to a movie that I didn't think I liked that much, I need to figure out well, why didn't I like it that much? What was it missing? And this movie, it's fine. It's it's got everything it needs, but in fact, me talking about it now, I might bring it down to a 3. I'm not taking that 2 point out, because it wasn't memorable. It didn't do anything for me in the way that I love movies. And so, what was your score?
3.4.
Okay,
I liked it a little bit more than you. I thought Michael B. Jordan's performance held its own.
Oh yeah, Michael B. Jordan, he was the best thing about this movie. Easy.
And there was a twist, and for some point, because there's one person this whole entire movie I really thought was going to be the bad dude, the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't.
Yeah, you're like that fucker's up to no good. That's what you thought the whole time, most of the movie. You get 3.4. Now I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What do you think?
Out of 100.
Yeah, out of 100. What do you think the audience gave this?
62%.
42%.
Oh, it's only off by an even 20.
So the audience says, as formulaic as it is implausible, Tom Clancy's Without Remorse delivers the bare minimum as an action thriller and will leave Clancy fans particularly disappointed. That's what the audience says.
Wow.
Now, let's ask what the big bad mean critics have to say about this movie. What do you think their percentage is?
29%.
44%. A little bit higher than the audience.
They were better than the people?
Bit. Despite commanding
a little bit.
Critics' consensus is, despite commanding performance from Michael B. Jordan, Without Remorse fails to escape its outdated patriotic tropes and forced franchise place settings. Yeah. I'm not you know me, I'm not the biggest patriot. And so I was oh, look at this jingoism parading itself on screen for parts of this movie. I find personal struggle bigger than what the government has to offer for us. But that's just me. Whatever. I don't know. But
I say it's my United States of whatever.
I wish I had. like that drop with us right now. But we don't guys, we don't have a
United States of whatever.
Guys, we don't not have a script for the show. We just talk out of if it wasn't apparent as it was with
we don't have a script.
What? Yeah, I mean, like we have like a structure. We have the intro, we have the 2 movies in the news, but about that we just sort of talk out of our ass.
Jesus, I thought we had a script, dude. What the fuck have I been reading this whole time?
I'm like, Neil's just going rogue on this.
He's just fucking doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about today.
So
all right.
Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. You can watch it on Amazon Prime, right? I mean,
Amazon Prime, you can do it. It's #1 on Amazon Prime right now. But to be honest, Amazon Prime ain't got shit going on because Invincible.
According to Rotten Tomatoes, is also #1 to watch in the nation.
Yeah, and I mean the only reason's because Invincible's done for the time being. Their season's over.
Okay.
Or that'd be still #1 on fucking Amazon because Invincible is the greatest superhero cartoon of all time, if not the best cartoon of all time.
So better than Batman the Animated Series?
Yes,
dude, that's high praise from you.
Yeah,
I've been,
and it's R-rated. It is, and I mean, I don't mean R-rated like it's R. I mean, it is hard fucking R. Like, there's one time this guy's just talking in the middle of a section. Superhero just reaches over and just smashes his fucking head and goes, "I'm done with that conversation."
Have you watched?
Just walked away.
Speaking of like new shows that are just streaming only, have you watched Ted Lasso?
No, not yet. I mean,
Dude,
I've been actually doing a lot of work around the house and stuff like that, as you know, and then also doing a lot of work. And then coming back from vacation and stuff like that. So, to be honest, I barely had enough time to watch these movies.
All right, but you ready for news?
I am ready for news, motherfuckers! Movies Don't Suck brings to you news. I'm going to read shit from the internet, and Chris is going to act like he didn't hear it.
I kind of stay off the internet this weekend, so this might be all news to me. All right.
Tom Welling has made it very clear he would like to play Superman to Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne.
Well, who the fuck doesn't?
Right?
But I mean,
Tom Welling, dude. Tom fucking Welling. I would like to see him.
I mean, you'd like to see Tom Welling reprise his role. I mean, he probably has
he's the guy who played Superman longer than anybody. I didn't even get to really be Superman because the guy who created Smallville had 2 rules. You know what the 2 rules were?
No Superman suit?
No flight, no suit.
Well, I mean, like, he was super boy in that. He was still in high school, right? Smallville?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was on for 9 seasons, dude.
But was he in high school for those 9 seasons?
No.
Okay.
They finally sent him to whatever, but I would love to see Tom Welling reprise his role. He did replace his role in Crisis on Infinite Earths. That was a 5-episode combination of the DCU
but that was
TV series.
Oh, was it so did he wear the suit or find that?
No, he was because the character Lex Luthor, played by John Cryer, aka Ducky from Pretty in Pink.
Yeah. And 2.5 Men, right?
Or 2.5 Men, but who cares about that fucking thing? He was Ducky in Pretty in Pink.
Okay.
Anyway, he's Lex Luthor, and he's going around killing all the Supermen, and he comes to Tom Welling Superman, and he's like cutting wood, and he's like, "I'm going to kill you," and he's like, "You're not going to kill me," and he's like, "Why?" He goes, "Because I'm not Superman anymore. I gave all that power up so I could have a family." And he's like, "Oh, how cliche," and then just leaves.
Okay, wow, okay.
That was the only thing he did. All right, anyway, John David Washington, that guy.
Yeah, Denzel Washington's son, Tenet, Black Klansman.
The guy who's hit it out of the park ever since he's decided he wanted to be an actor and not be a football player anymore.
Good for him.
Yeah, he is going to be cast in the new the director from Rogue One, Gareth Edwards, upcoming sci-fi film called New Regency. Yeah,
What's it about? Do you have any sort of like just anything about what's?
I'm trying to find it, motherfucker.
But to be honest, any sci-fi that comes out, I'm very interested in because there hasn't been a whole lot of it lately. You know?
Yeah, like it doesn't even tell me.
All right, well,
yeah, but I'm interested anytime I hear John David Washington, and it's also Gareth Edwards who did Rogue One, which Rogue One was awesome.
I mean,
Rogue One's probably the best. What? The best Star Wars movie in the last? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, Rogue One's really good. It's probably better than Episode 9. You know?
I think it's better than like all of them.
Really?
I think Rogue One is like. I think Return of the Empire Strikes Back. I think is the only thing better than Rogue One.
Okay.
And that's weird for me to say because I love. Oh no, there's that badass scene at the end with Darth Vader. So I guess there's Jedi in there. But anyway, Jim Carrey, you know that guy?
Yeah, I know Jim Carrey.
All right, so he did something awesome for the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
What did he do?
He bought a $40,000 car and then raffled it off.
Raffled it off to who? Just the cast?
The crew.
The crew? So, okay. So
yeah.
Do you know what kind of car it was?
So, I'm trying to look it up right now, and for some reason it's being a dick. My computer's being weird. Well, he said here, he wanted to show his thanks and hard work, but a Chevy Blazer RS, the vehicle retails for just over $41,000. And everybody just got a ticket, and they picked a ticket out of a bucket.
That's cool. Jim Carrey.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. He's a crazy man.
Jim Carrey's a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, sure.
He's not crazy. You're crazy. Your face is crazy.
I'm a crazy man.
One of the best horror movie series of all times is getting that good old-fashioned Hollywood reboot.
Okay, is it a horror series like a film series or like a TV series?
It's a film series.
Okay.
It is the film series that you were not allowed to rent when you were a child. You weren't allowed. Your parents would have to rent it for you.
Well, the same for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not the same for me because the video store let me do whatever the fuck I wanted. But because my mom was a bitch and they didn't want to deal with her.
So what was
Happy Mom's Day.
Happy Mom's Day, everyone.
She's like a biker bitch. Yeah. She actually had stuff that said dirt bitch and I'm a bad bitch on. Like she had clothing that said that. So I'm not calling her a bitch like as a derogatory term. I'm calling her a bitch because that's what she used to like to be called back then.
Badass bitch.
All right.
So what
she was a badass, dude.
What's the series?
Faces of Death.
Oh, dude, fuck that. I'm not going to watch that.
Yes! I can't wait.
I used
to love Faces of Death.
Are you calling that a horror film? I'm calling it a snuff film because that's fucked up.
No, it's not a snuff film because it was all fake, dude.
Is it fake, really?
Yeah, dude, look that shit up.
Okay, all right, just keep going.
Not now, but look at it. But as predicted, Faces of Death is getting a reboot for 21st century Legendary Entertainment. The studio has reportedly just picked up the rights to the Fox documentary. What's FAUX? What does that word mean?
Faux.
So that means fake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that was originally released in 1978 and became a cult hit at the time, spawning multiple sequels in the following years because many video rental stores refused to carry the movie. It was frequently passed around on bootleg VHS tapes.
Yeah,
now,
it's just that it was really hard for me to see people that were like animals, particularly. That's one that hurt me. Like I just, you know.
Yeah, Issa Massey, Daniel Goldhaber, the team behind that's behind 2018's Camp, will be the writer and director. Susan Montford and Don Murphy of Angry Films are producing, and Corey Kaplan will co-produce. So,
okay,
I can't wait.
When you said that you can't wait, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to see this now because we're gonna talk about it on the show.
Yeah,
all right.
I love it so much. That actually just was announced earlier today. I had a puppet in there.
Okay.
Gina Garrison. You know Gina Garrison, right?
You have to remind me who Gina Garrison is.
She was, oh gosh, what movies? She was in Showgirls. She was in gosh, she's Gina Gerson. Man, I can't remember every movie everybody was ever in, dude. You gotta.
All you have is Showgirls. Is that how you got on it so far?
I know. I mean, she does so many different things. Face Off, Bound, Red Heat.
What about
I don't
her?
know, man. Gina, you just couldn't type her name in and look. You don't got a computer in front of you.
I just don't want to be
What
that person.
Fuck, man. Are you
typing
lazy today?
No, I kind of am. Yeah. But what about her? Wait, Gina Gershon. That's what you're trying to say. I know who Gina Gershon.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Who the fuck is Gershon? I know who Gina Gershon is.
She is going to be playing Moxie.
Oh yeah, from for Borderlands, right?
Yeah,
They're
ain't that great?
They have to get her fake
Moxie
chest.
is one of the most popular characters from Borderlands. Even if you're not a Borderlands fan, you've probably seen Moxie somewhere.
They'll have to get her a padded bra for that, because Moxie just has giant boobs in that game.
Who knows? Whatever, man. You probably also thought Gal Gadot didn't have fucking good boobs from Wonder Woman.
Gal
either,
Gadot,
huh?
yeah, and she's great.
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
She's great. I love.
Yeah, because she was like, everybody keeps on complaining about my breast, and you're probably one of those guys.
I'm not one of those.
You have a secret account, don't you?
No, listen,
you have a secret account somewhere, don't you?
No, dude.
You cheeky bastard. You cheeky bastard.
You know me pretty well, right?
OPP.
Yeah. So obviously, I wouldn't be doing that. I'm very, very conscious of.
I'm funny. I love you.
I love
just kidding.
you too, pal.
I'm kidding. All right, everybody, I'm kidding. He's a good guy. Anyway, multiple, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, but multiple Star Wars animated movies are in development at Lucasfilm.
They didn't just be shown. They released on Disney
How the
Plus.
fuck they haven't been doing this the whole time? I have no idea.
Well, I mean, like,
well,
people want that live action stuff. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know if you watched the Clone Wars animated series. I'm sure you did, right? You watched that stuff.
Yeah. I watched the Bad Batch the day when it came out on Star Wars Day.
Okay, so you want to see more?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you know what's the other thing that doesn't make any sense to me?
What's up?
Where's the animated movies from Marvel?
Oh, you want them to be popped up on the Disney Plus, right?
No. I mean, why hasn't Disney made any?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
You're fucking Disney. You're the king of animation. You own Pixar. You own fucking Lucas Lights and THX. You own all this shit, and you're telling me you can't make some comic book fucking animated movies?
I mean,
what the fuck?
Those are some of your favorites, man.
Yeah, it took me all the way up to I think the second Avengers movie to really like the Avengers cinematic universe more than I liked the Ultimates, which was a great fucking.
Wait, are you telling me that
Marvel
Age of Ultron made you like it more?
Yeah,
dude, I fucking hate Age of Ultron.
Dude, you're racist against machines. I get it.
I
the other day when I was like trying to play Rage Against the Machine, and you're like, no, dude, that has a machine in it.
If you guys go to Neil's Facebook timeline about 2 years ago, it's me holding up the first Rage Against the Machine record on vinyl. That I got on record store day.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. Yeah. All right, Florence, she was a Midsummer. What's her name? Florence
Pugh? Florence
Pugh? Yeah, Pugh. Yeah, right?
Yeah, Pugh.
She is going to now be working for Netflix in a psychological thriller, The Wonder. It's going to be like its first deep horror. The Wonder is based off of the novel of the same name. It takes place in the 1800s and follows the story of a nurse, Lib Wright, who ends up looking into the strange phenomenon of a young girl that has survived without food for quite some time. So it's going to be creepy. And, she was in your favorite horror movie of all time, Midsummer.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
And you know who else is doing a horror fucking thriller TV show like that?
Who?
Elizabeth Olsen is now going to be an axe welding maniac in an HBO Max show where she's going to play the axe welding murderer Candy Montgomery. And the series is called Love and Death.
Yeah, that's the Olsen sister. I think it's now my favorite.
Dude, by far. by far.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Right.
Owen Wilson is going to star in a superhero film called Secret Headquarters from Project Power directors. Now both the Wilson brothers are in superhero TV show movie things, right?
Yeah. What was Luke Wilson?
Because Luke Wilson's he's in Star and Stripe, Stargirl.
Okay. Cool.
The DC show. Donald Glover reveals he's working on a trilogy of movies, and that's all you get.
What
because
the fuck?
Donald Glover doesn't want to tell anybody else anything else. But the studios are agreed to it, and he's working on a trilogy. It's a trilogy film series, and they already signed it.
That's weird. I listened to This America like 5 times on Friday. So I was like, so, I mean, but because Donald Glover's...
Were you just in the mood for it?
Well, Donald Glover's getting sued by the guy who did it, like, Made in America. He's saying that he stole, like, the shit from him. But to me, they're 2 completely different songs. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, This America's a great song.
You know what's really awesome?
What's that?
When my computer doesn't want to pull up any more of the pages.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I got 2 more things I want to talk about. There we go. Samuel Jackson on Star Wars Day. Did you see his T-shirt?
No, what did it say? I'm Mace Windu. Bring back Mace Windu.
Yeah, no. This is what it says. I bet you can guess what movies this combines.
Okay.
Correctamundo, and that's what we're going to be. We're all going to be cool, just like Yoda, Tash, Mace Windu.
Of course, Pulp Fiction and you know.
yeah. He's wearing a T-shirt that he made himself. You can obviously tell it's like a screen printed shirt, and he's just smiling.
You know the cool thing is that he talked about how much he loves Star Wars before those movies came out. And George was like, you want to be in the movie? He's probably like, I'll fucking do it for free. He was probably like that, you know?
And the same thing with when Marvel started doing when they were going to do Iron Man or whatever and stuff like that. He was like, because it's like a year earlier, he saw in the comic books that they made Nick Fury look like Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
And as soon as he heard that movie was in the works, he goes, I'm going to get a phone call soon. I know it. And everybody's like, are you an Iron Man yet? He goes, I haven't got the phone call yet, but I'm guessing soon.
It's weird to look at the end of the Incredible Hulk, that piece of garbage movie, and then you see fucking young Robert Downey Jr. and you're like, man, this looks corny as shit. But then Iron Man comes out and you're like, no, Iron Man's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. All right. Red Sonja has been cast.
Red Sonja.
They are redoing Red Sonja.
Okay. Who's casting?
You never saw Red Sonja,
No, I
have
didn't.
you?
I'm just not.
It was like it came out during like Conan the Barbarian time.
Oh, okay,
Conan
that's a little.
Arnold was in it.
Yeah, it's just that's a little bit before my time, pal. You're a little
You
bit
never
old.
watch those movies?
You're a little bit older than me, probably by about 6 years or so, right?
You don't like fantasy movies?
I do. It's just that, I got so much.
You don't like D&D style movies? These are like, if you're like, seriously, if you're going to watch like a movie that's like D&D, I'd say Red Sonja, Conan the Barbarian.
Not the remake,
and the
right?
Destroyer.
Not the remake, right?
Huh?
Not
the remake. No, the originals. Because those were like, they were cheesy, but at the same time, like all the creatures.
The thing about the movies back in the 80s like that, like they're so cool because they create new worlds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they did. They literally did.
Yeah, and here we're not getting that anymore. But you're what are you drinking right now?
I'm drinking Santa Fe Brewing Company's Squeezer. It's a Tanqueray grapefruit. I don't really like it.
I'm drinking you don't like grapefruit though, do you?
No, I didn't realize it was grapefruit. I thought it was like tangerine, but it's okay. I really don't tell the grapefruit.
I'm drinking normal brewery from Destel Brewery's Wild Sour, triple berry. They're from Normal, Illinois, so it's pretty good. Wild Sour is something that me and my wife been drinking a lot of because she loves sour ales. So
yeah,
I'm drinking the last 2.
Anyway,
okay.
Going back to the story, Hannah John Kamen from Ant-Man and the Wasp. She's the one that played the ghost, the phasing lady in that movie. She has now been cast as Red Sonja.
So they're just casting it. I'm sure scripts and written, or they're writing the script. Or...
Yep, everything's done. Nintendo plans to partner with Universal Pictures and Elimination. Okay. Illumination. There we go. Illumination Entertainment on Super Mario the movie, an animated movie. And if this goes well, they are already looking to put in Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Link, Samus, and Kirby, just to name a few, all get animated movies as well. Now, Nintendo tried this before, and it failed.
Yeah, because
many years ago.
You saw the live action with Dennis Hopper, and
it had nothing to do with the live action.
Okay.
They tried animated. They tried the cartoon series.
Yeah,
they had the cartoon series. And to be honest,
who was the wrestler that played Mario in that?
Oh, I can't remember.
But you remember?
You mean in the movie?
Yeah, well, no, like they had in the TV series, the movie. They had like a wrestler,
a live action Mario.
Yeah, just for like a couple
Captain
minutes.
Lou Albano.
Yeah. Oh, that's his name. Okay,
Captain Lou Albano.
Okay,
yeah, the Rubber Band Man.
Okay,
from the '80s, who also was the one that created rock and roll wrestling, and because of him, WrestleMania happened.
Hey, you remember Waterboy?
The first one ever.
Remember Waterboy, the movie The Waterboy?
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember the Big Show who played Captain Insano?
Yeah, he just got the trademark for Captain Amazo.
Captain Insano got the trademark for Captain Insano?
Captain Insano, yeah, he just got the trademark for it because he went to AEW and WWE wouldn't allow him to play the character or whatever because they didn't want to confuse people. And now he's at AEW and he filed for the trademark because he wants to come out as that character at some point.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
News is over.
Oh yeah,
it's
sorry.
News music.
Sorry, dude.
That was the movies that don't suck and some that do news. That was me and Chris fighting at the end for no reason because people just don't understand how smart I am.
All right.
Let's do the last movie.
Okay, the
Mitchells versus the Machines.
Directed by who? Michael Rianda and Jeff Rowe.
It should be Burt Kreischer, right?
Burt Kreischer? You think Burt Kreischer? Why do you think Burt Kreischer's in this?
I mean, it's the Mitchells versus the Machine.
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. All right. They directed only shorts before this, so it's like I said, it's Mike Rianda and Jeff Rowe, right? So
yep. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Written by Mike Rianda and Jeff Rowe, which, hey man, this is #1 on Netflix right now. Why don't you go ahead and tell me who's in it?
First, we got Abby Jacobson.
I forgot you were the best kisser in town. Except for my main squeeze. I'm your main squeeze? Yeah. You're my favorite little Jewy this side of St. Louis.
She plays Katie Mitchell, the main character. Who else in this?
Also, we got Danny McBride.
Wait a second. I know what happened. You guys dropped acid, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Craig doesn't have any pants on. He got fucking wild, probably danced, sweated all over the place. You got white shit all over your mouth, Frankie. You probably sucked somebody's dick. Jonah over here probably watched and jerked off. Jay, I didn't even know you were in town. Good to see you.
He plays Rick Mitchell, the father. Maya Rudolph plays Linda. Maya Rudolph, SNL alumni and wife of Paul Thomas Anderson. She plays Linda Mitchell, the mom. And we got
Olivia Colman's in this. Beck Bennett, Fred Armisen, Chrissy Teigen, her husband John Legend,
Charlene Yee.
Charlene Yee, Blake Griffin, Conan O'Brien, Doug the Pug, and Madalena McGraw, and also the one, the only, the guy that should be, is he a millionaire by now? He has to be, right?
You think Eric Andre?
Eric Andre.
I want you to have sex with my wife. So just trying to be shocking. No, not at all. Here's my hotel key. I want you to have sex with my wife.
So, Eric Andre, he's probably one of the most insane people that does show business right now. Like I can't imagine what is the most insane shit that Eric Andre does. But why don't you guys read the storyline of this #1 Netflix movie?
#1 Netflix movie right now. The storyline for this movie is an animated action comedy about an ordinary family who finds themselves in the middle of their biggest family challenge yet, saving the world from the robot apocalypse. No big deal, right? It all starts with creative outsider Katie Mitchell is accepted into film school of her dreams and is eager to leave home and find her people when her nature-loving dad insists on having the whole family drive her to school and bond during their one last totally not awkward or forced road trip. But just when the trip can't get any worse, the family suddenly finds itself in the middle of a robot uprising. Everything from smartphones to Rombos to evil Furbies are employed to capture every human on the planet. Now it's up to the Mitchells, including upbeat mom Linda, quirky little brother Aaron, their squishy pug, gosh dang it, they said the name like Manchu?
Yeah,
Munchie, that's it, Munchie. And two friendly but simply minded robots to save humanity. This movie was funnier than goddamn fucking shit. And damn,
Neil's over here cursing about a movie that's PG. It's a funny fucking movie, dude. This movie's good.
It's a really funny. I'm glad we switched movies on this one. We had another one that we are planning to do. I'm still going to watch it because me and my wife actually
next
want
week
to
we're
see
doing it, right? Like the Wrath of Man and Things Not Heard But Seen or something like that, right? Wrath of Man and that animated Seafree movies that we're doing next week.
I guess. I don't know.
Sure. We talked about this,
I'll
dude.
go with that. I have been drunk, stoned, or hungover all week.
After the podcast, I'll text you what the next few weeks look like. Because, guys, you didn't know this, but the next few weeks are chock full of movies that are coming out, even in theaters. You know? So, anyway. But this movie, it's animated, and it's one of, by the way, it's fucking gorgeous. This movie is a gorgeous movie.
Same people who did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Same animation company.
Oh, well,
so that's why it looks beautiful.
Fantastic.
And you know what? At first, I'm going to 100% say this. I thought the dad was Nick Offerman.
Oh, yeah?
At the beginning of the movie.
Well,
I did not. Then I looked it up and I was like, that's Danny McBride?
My brother was like, this sounds like... My brother said, this sounds like Danny McBride, and he actually looked it up while we were watching the movie. And he was like,
I thought it was Nick Offerman, and I looked it up. And I was surprised, shockingly surprised.
Sure.
And, man... What a lineup. The family, like literally, I mean, that storyline really tells it all. They're mixed. They each have their own different personalities. The running gag with their pug is hilarious. The running gag that they have with that thing. There is so many good jokes in this movie.
It's also heartwarming. It's one of some movies that has heart. I cried a little bit.
I cried. And it just like jumps right into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought it was going to be more of a slow build or something like that. But no, they get right into it because the robot apocalypse is a big part of this movie.
Yeah.
And man, they can make 3 more of these and I would be all over it.
So the only problem I had, I thought it was a little long. It was almost 2 hours long.
I didn't think it was long at all. 2 hours, perfect.
Okay.
And not only that, but then like they didn't really have a post-credit scene, but their credits was so cool to watch.
Yeah, see all this,
like that little
Yeah, so
and I love they had. And I love the creativity they had with what I would like to say kind of like comic booky, kind of Scott Pilgrim-y.
Oh yeah. When it comes to like sort of like showing
the visuals, where like things randomly pop up or add to the palette of the scene.
Yeah, I was into that,
and that was really into that. And man, I don't know, this movie was just amazing. It made me happy in ways I can't even describe.
Are you okay? You're yawning there.
I was yawning. I missed words, and I
Oh shit! What did I do here? I think I gotta figure out.
I want you to have sex with my wife.
Are you up?
No, I'm not gonna have sex with your wife, dude. That's weird.
Sorry,
stop asking me.
Yeah, I didn't mean to ask.
Like the third time now. But man,
no, this movie's hilarious. Yeah. It's heartwarming. It's got everything you want. Like, and it's perfect. It's perfect for the family. Like my brother was watching this movie. He's like, why aren't they killing him? And I'm like, That's this because the kids. It's like a family movie. Not gonna have like a genocide of people in the movie.
Yeah, dude.
But
And it's just like you didn't even know what was going on for a moment.
Eric
and it
Andre's
just goes
character is
nuts.
basically just Mark Zuckerberg. Even went as far as to call him Mark, basically in this movie.
Yeah, this movie just was all over.
Dude, I will never look at Furbies the same way again. By the way, I want to mention that. Never will I look at Furbies the same way again. I was fucking hanging and laughing during that part of the movie. I laughed a lot in this movie. Okay, let me tell you, I had a really bad morning. So I woke up at 9 o'clock and my wife's like, I have a craving for something I never had a craving for. I'm like, what? She's like, biscuits and gravy. I'm like, okay, so we're next to
How have you never had a craving for that?
I know.
I have a craving for it now that you just said it.
Okay, but there is a place next to us called the Big Biscuit. And I'm sure you know the Big Biscuit.
Oh yeah, Big Biscuit.
So we went online,
gravy there.
we ordered it, and it said, show up in 15 to 20 minutes. So I took I took my time, I got it, I drove up there. I didn't eat my food till an hour and a half after I showed up. Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and so I understood, it's a corporate thing. The corporate tells them if they send the email to say it's 15 to 20 minutes. I sat there, I was about to lose my mind, but I realized, I looked at the staff, I felt bad for them. Because it's obviously they have no control over this. But it was fucking irritating. I felt it was in fucking purgatory. So I'm like pissed off. I'm coming back with the food. And I sit down, I'm like, I have to finish the movie. And I finished it down, and this movie washed away my anger. It really did. It made me feel happy. Are you gonna put Superman back where he belongs on your shelf? Just so you guys know, Neil is playing with action figures right now. But anyway,
there's nothing wrong.
But this movie,
with action figures,
the movie
you gotta
itself,
keep your imagination.
But the movie itself, the Mitchell's vs. Machines, totally washed away my anger. I laughed so much and I had a good time watching this movie. I really think that even if you're a single person living alone, you would enjoy this movie, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a cute, funny movie. In fact, let's show them how cute it was.
Okay.
Because I think there's 7 pages.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just kidding. Just
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Anyway, for my family, our biggest challenge was the machine apocalypse. Like they really stated from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm here to bust criminals and lick butt, and I'm all out of criminals.
I laughed so hard at that.
Yeah, of course. That's like, oh my God, they did a John Nada. Oh
Yeah,
gosh, it's great. Rowdy Piper people,
Yeah,
John
gotcha.
Carpenter, they live. Anyway, what about hanging out with your family for hours alone? You and me. Do you have a credit card? I'm a child. I need to speak to the manager of Dinosaurs Don't Look Like This. I need to speak to the manager. Dinosaurs don't look like this. I saw you were on vacation on Instagram. I didn't know you were here in Kansas.
Yeah. Well, I'm there.
Yeah, it's for you, buddy.
I was like,
Yeah,
well,
it is.
I mean, I live pretty close to the metropolitan area. Whatever.
Just like in the movie. No, not that one. That's a bad movie. I thought it was kind of funny. I guess cell phones are bad for you. To restore the Wi-Fi, we must sacrifice someone to the router.
I laughed so hard at that, dude. I thought that shit was so funny.
We all love the dog, but we must be prepared to eat the dog. I didn't know art could be useful. You look like a top-heavy James Bond. When we are finished with you 3, there will be no leftovers. Oh, this one was cool. The end game has begun. Oh my gosh, it looks just like a Journey album cover.
Yeah, I laughed so hard at that too.
I broke 6 phones in my life accidentally, but I'm going to break you on purpose. And I will make the metal ones pay for the lives mom's scary. Mom's scary now. That was a good part. Yeah. And also, there's one I saw. Where was it? Oh my gosh, it's like a Journey cover. No, that's I already read that one. The end game has what that is. What? No. Raptor. No, I never fit in for. No, that was dumb. I don't remember it now. What are we talking about?
We're talking about
I am Linda Mitchell, mother to look upon me with fear.
Happy Mother's Day. Okay,
Happy Mother's Day.
So what's your score on this?
5.3.
Give me a real score that we go through 145 in this.
4.2. This is easily one of the funniest animated movies I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, it's Pixar quality. It really is. It's a 4.1 for me. It's really good. Not as good as Soul, but different, I guess. What's the audience score in this? Rotten Tomatoes, you think?
It's got to be at least an 89.
Well, you got it right on the money. 89%.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's the critic score?
93.
97.
Damn it.
Yeah. So the critic consensus is eye-catching and energetic. The Mitchells versus the Machines delivers a funny, feel-good story the whole family can enjoy. Yeah, that's a great movie. I'm really glad I saw this. I'm glad we switched it out. So we at least get two good movies, or at least one good movie out of the ones we saw.
The last one was all right. It was just an action. It was a generic action movie.
There's a lot to like about
some people like generic action movies. That's why Steven Seagal can still make movies.
I mean, they go straight to video, though.
Yeah, but still, people watch them. It makes money. Obviously, he's still making money from them. Studios wouldn't support somebody that not making no money.
That's true. So yeah, that's Mitchells vs. Machines, #1 on Netflix. You guys can watch this. I recommend it highly. This is very fun.
I recommend you highly.
Okay, so I think that's it for that one. I do want to see we're watching next week, The Wrath of Man, and Things Heard and Seen. Right? Yeah.
I don't remember what we're talking about.
We're talking about the movies we're seeing next week.
Oh, yeah. You wanted to see some lame one at the theater, and then there's that good horror movie.
And then
what's the lame one at the theater?
Wrath of Man. It's a Guy Ritchie film. You're excited about it.
I don't know if I am anymore.
Okay, well,
I mean, who's in it?
Jason Statham.
Okay, I'll be excited.
All right. And actually, we get to that. We're seeing Spiral and Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead. I can't wait for Army of the Dead. Yeah, I know you're excited about it, dude.
That one's gonna make me happy.
So
it's gonna be so happy.
So we got really good movies coming up, or movies that everyone's dying to see. Army of the Dead's actually gonna be on Netflix as well. And I'm looking at the runtime of Army of the Dead. Can you guess the runtime of that movie?
What's that?
You know what the runtime on Army of the Dead is?
On what?
On Army of the Dead, you know the runtime.
Was it 3 hours?
It's 2.5 hours long.
Nice. Well, it's a Zack Snyder movie, isn't it?
Yeah. Of course, it's gonna be giant.
Yeah. So it's gonna be good and epic.
Yeah. So
that's what happens when you give good directors enough time to make their fucking movies and not leave them out to the fucking dirt and then piss on them when they make you the biggest money making fucking movie ever for your goddamn company. You pieces of shit, fucking places.
Calm down.
Anyway.
Calm down.
I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
Restore the Snyderverse.
That's a shirt of ours, isn't it?
Yes, and it's also on. That's my wallpaper on everything on my laptops. I think you can see it in my glasses. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if you can see it in my glasses. Can you see it in my glasses?
Not really. No. Sorry, pal.
Here we go.
You can make it any bigger. I'm not gonna see it. I gotta be honest. But yeah. Okay. So so I guess that's it. Visit us on all movies.
Yeah.
Visit us on all movies. Net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/movies-podcast. We're on Twitter at FTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at FTS Podcast. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/movies-suck. We're on Bonfire if you want shirts from us. Neil's picking his nose.
Bonfire.com. Movies that don't suck and some that do.
If you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. If you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and like that page.
Turn on notifications. Touch your penis. Yeah.
All those things, yes.
Or vagina.
We're recording late this week, so this might be on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see.
Whenever.
Yeah, we're soon. Before we record next, for sure. We help out small businesses how?
Yes, if you got a small business, or if I just see you in person, to be honest, I have so many small businesses right now. Yeah. Like I'm going to promote because some of them are like, yeah, oh, I want to tell you a story really quick. Actually, let's finish up this episode and I'll tell you a story.
Okay.
We'll have it as bonus for people.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's finish it up. Small business, get a hold of us. We want to promote you. Hit that music. That's another episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Something to Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, anytime that you're trying to make love with your woman without remorse, remember, if you are not the one for her, she's just going to go get a machine. Have a good weekend.